I want to take a gander. All right, we were going to go over this last night, but it's never too late. So I wanted to take a look at what our new head coach, Mitch Johnson, and our great GM, Brian Wright, had to say about last night's lottery. If you don't know, I don't have to tell you this. The San Antonio Spurs getting the second overall pick. I'm definitely going to give you my opinion on that, on who you should go after. Right now, Dylan Harper, but we won't focus on that. That'll be another video. Let's take a look at this. Brian Wright, draft lottery, media availability. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. No closed captions. That is fine. Let's see. Let me turn this audio on, turn it up a little bit.
Excitement of having the number 2 pick. I mean, obviously you want number 1, but it's a hell of a...
Yeah, shock, excitement. You feel all the emotions. But an incredible night. Super excited to get to work and see what the future holds.
How excited! Just adding someone to this already talented roster. How excited are you for that opportunity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's part of team building. You want the highest level talent you can and with the highest character, and we think that there's good players in this draft that help us accomplish that. Though, we're excited to go forward. Great night for the organization, for the city, for the team.
You never show your hand, okay? He's not going to say who he's taking, but right there, what he said, that's very important. Best player available. Best player available with character. There's only one player I can think of that will be the best player available with also no questionable character whatsoever. It's very obvious, very apparent, but yeah.
You feel like, you'll get a player that can help you right away. I mean, obviously, there's some development, but you feel at this position.
No Kobe. No.
You would land somewhere that could help you guys right away.
Yeah, you think so. Always that guys got to go out there and prove it, and earn everything they get. But there's some really talented players at the top of the draft, so we're excited about what they may bring.
And looking at 14 too, what are your thoughts on that middle area?
Yeah, I think you'll hear it, in some of the conversation around the draft that this is a deep draft, and so. We have a lot of work to do to kind of put it together, but in the early planning, we like the potential group that could be there. So just possibilities, endless, ways to continue to build our team. And so, we go forward.
All right. So, yeah. So what we can take from that is he blatantly said best player available and also some players available in the future in the draft or later in the draft that you can build on that he could imagine being with the Spurs. A lot of great opportunities there. So I think this, and we've been like this, right? Other than last year where the 8th overall pick just wasn't to our liking because Buzelis didn't want to come to San Antonio, it seemed. We hold on to picks. We hold on to them pretty tight, right? So we'll see. All right, Mitch Johnson.
What were your overall emotions? Just does it tick down? And
in the moment, it was difficult for me to follow because there was a few different jumps that happened.
Right, yeah.
And so when Dallas jumped, I knew where I was focusing on. And then I realized we jumped. But then after that, with Philly, there was a little bit of trying to figure out. So I knew we were in the top 4. I wasn't sure who we were there with. And obviously, that's the only goal, to get in the top 4 and then make it to the commercial and see what happens. And we went down with a fighting chance with number 2, but we're happy.
What an asset they have. I mean, you just put into words what
Bro, getting number 1 would have been insane.
You guys can do with that. There's
Yeah,
so many different ways you could drink.
Yeah, excuse me. We were excited about having 2 lottery picks in this draft. It's a deep draft. There's a lot of good players, a lot of dynamic, versatile, different type of players. And so I think our group is always going to do the due diligence and look at just 2 good young pieces to add to the group. And now obviously at 2, you get a little bit more pick the litter, and we'll be excited to get going on this.
How soon do you start?
Cooper, don't worry about it. With that pot, you don't have to worry about it. So the Spurs, apparently, I'll just say it. I believe you. So apparently in the chat, if you guys didn't see it on the screen, Cooper said that Zach Lowe's pod talked about how we came really close to getting the first overall pick in the ping pong balls. So yeah, I mean, I would assume we did, right?
Mind start racing about, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Zero, yes, bro. We're gonna talk about it. I'm excited. Let's get through this first.
Well, I'm sure we have some guys that and ladies that's their strong suit. They'll have a lot more complex, advanced ideas. But again, we have a good group we feel good about already, and to continue to add pieces to that is something that we're excited about.
What is that commercial break like when you got to sit there for 2 minutes and wondering?
Oh, dude, thanks for the super chat. Big drop off between 2 and 3. You got to pick Dylan over Ace. Maybe you can use your 14th pick, Castle, and a first rounder to get out and get a quality win. You don't have to do any of that, all right? We don't have to do anything. Don't do any of it. Just chill.
If it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, I mean, obviously you have absolutely no control over what Mark's going to say, but it had to be fun and frightening, kind of probably all at the same time.
Yeah, I'd say it's nerves, right? It's not nervous because
Frightening,
it's all
no.
good things, but
No, it's not. It's not. No.
it's nerves because you want it all. And when you jump into the top 4 again, you put yourself as an organization in a place to make a really big acquisition with a really good player, and that's what we're going to look forward to do.
You look at those top picks. I mean, you feel confident you're going to get someone that can help you guys right away.
Yeah,
Serve as a building block for what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't think you ever want to put a timeline on it, right? Or unfair expectations. Everybody has a different, I guess, onboarding to this league. This league's not easy. But anytime you have the ability to add someone of the caliber of talent that we're looking at, the number 2 pick, it's someone that has high upside and a high floor, which you think would be able to be a big part of what you have moving forward.
Did you have a lucky charm?
There was a few different things going on that helped us out. So
Good mojo?
yeah, exactly. We want to keep
What does that mean? What do we do?
that going forward.
Obviously been a little bit of news the last few days. How have you made
We do need a small fort.
heads or tails
You can get down to
about
14th.
this is your thing now?
You know, as cliche as it sounds, continue to rely on the support system that I relied on last year in the position I was in the decade that I've been here. You know, I'm very fortunate that the alignment, the continuity, the base and foundation is not changing. And so I think from some of the best advice Pop's given me in terms of trying to make it my own and be myself and continue with the values and principles that have been here for a long time is going to be my goal, and it's going to be a challenge, but I look forward to it.
How did you process?
I think he's ready, y'all. I think he's ready. I mean, maybe I'm just getting too excited, right? Maybe I'm looking too into. Oh wait, not with that face. Hold on.
All the feedback.
Okay, there we go. He's ready, y'all. You can see his face. He's very ready. I might be getting too excited. I might be looking too into it, but guys, I can actually come up with multiple reasons why Brian Wright might end up being a really great coach. A lot of it does come down to testimonials. Eric Spoelstra, for instance, giving him high praise. Multiple other players and other coaches around the league giving him high praise back in February. So I'm actually quite excited. Did I say Brian Wright? Mitch Johnson. Dude, I do this all the time. I told you guys it's going to be a problem. They don't look like alike, but they look like cousins. I do it every time. Brian Wright is great. I do it every time, guys. Bro, what? Okay, you guys are milking it now. You know what I meant. Racist? No, I'm not. I promise. I swear. I guess if you have to scream out that you're not, then that's not a good look. I'm not, though, okay? I'm not. I don't have to. Shut up. Screw you guys. You know what I'm talking about. Mitch Johnson. You know what I'm saying. Dang, you guys. Screw you guys.
There was a lot of joy that it was you when it
Whatever.
came out. There was people were just happy just to see Pop, to hear Pop's voice again. It's a simultaneously hard day and really a good day too for people that
Not
know
all
him
of them
and
look alike,
love
Clint.
the
Shut up,
program and all
July.
that. How did you process all that went on?
All of it. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to say it. You know, it was a day that
Kyle's comment.
was wide ranging for the human emotion of everybody, and I lived on every side of the coin of it with my relationship with him and experiences with him and what we had been through and then I've been through and what I'm going into, and as part of life and our little bubble and our organization that we feel deeply about, and I'm very proud and happy and deeply honored and humbled to be part of it.
All right. But real talk, I think Mitch Johnson is going to end up being a really good coach. He is a Pop assistant, which Pop doesn't just choose anybody to be his assistant. He has high praise from people around him. I mean, he's in alignment with what the Spurs have been envisioning since 2016. So he's been around. He's the Wemby wants him, right? Like, I don't know. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good. I think Mitch Johnson is going to be just good. Really good. Mitch needs better assistants around him. I am curious of who, I don't know about better assistants. I am curious of who's going to be his next assistant. Yeah, because you got to fill that spot, right? Or did they already fill that spot? I actually don't know. They didn't announce anything. Yeah. Spurs made their decision. They know ball better than y'all. Trust. Yeah. I mean, that is true. The thing is, here's the thing, not the guy, okay? I don't think Spurs fans were wrong in saying that you want Taylor Jenkins or you want Mike Malone, right? These are two coaches that have shown to be really good coaches, right? You wanted kind of a surefire thing. I don't think that's a wrong assessment. I think the thing with Mitch is, since this is his first year, we didn't really get a chance to see a team, and it wasn't even really his year. We haven't seen him get a team that's under his wing where he can shape it and mold it how he would see fit. It was more so keeping the seat warm for Pop, right? And with that, I think also you didn't really know Mitch Johnson. You don't really know what type of impact he has on the players off the court. I mean, it is pretty bad sometimes with fans, I will admit, because I can't tell you how many times, like, I saw fans throughout the season like hate on Mitch Johnson, and then the same people will come into the chat and say, man, he was great tonight, even though the rotations were the exact same. We just so happened to win, and maybe he yelled at a ref, right? Like that's all you get to see. But if they're bringing him in, this means that the organization as a whole has faith in him, and this also means the players have faith in him, right? It's a lot that we didn't see, and a lot that I guess just overall we just don't know about. It's fresh, right? But I don't think anyone's wrong in saying you wanted a coach that's already established, because we know they're going to do a fine job. But that doesn't mean, just because they will do a fine job, that doesn't mean that Mitch Johnson isn't the guy for the job, right? Or that he won't be even better, right? He hasn't had that opportunity yet, and he's super young. So, yeah. This was good stuff, though. This is really good stuff. So shout out to Mitch Johnson. Shout out to Brian Wright. Hopefully going to be a dynamic duo. We already know Brian Wright is one of the best in the league, and hopefully Mitch Johnson can end up being one of the best coaches in the league. We'll see.